we go. Cole Hamilton puts it in the number 2 spot. Going into turn 3, he'll now come going after the 447. Oh, Hamilton looking to the bottom. Good move for that youngster. Also some pressure on the leader from Cole Hamilton. Kenny Nutter looking under the 03 through 3 and 4. They bump together. Bad Thad fought back out of turn 4. Cole Hamilton with another look on the bottom. Oh, Cole Hamilton, it keeps nosing way down there. Oh, a good run. How about this? A good run down the back straightaway. Kenny Nutter again having a look under the 03. Cole Hamilton takes the lead through 3 and 4 on the white flag. And now he is going to set sail. How about him? Give him a hand out of turn 4, out of Archie. Cole Hamilton gets the win over Kenny Prince. T.C. Hamrick comes in 3rd. Kenny Nutter 4th. Ryland Gibbs in 5th. Wow, Cole Hamilton, that young man just gets better and better each week. Power I, B-Mod, heat race number 2 on the pole. Last week's A feature winner out of Bolivar, Derek Watson. Outside of him, our point leader, the 24 Dakota Lowe. Second row inside out of Maysville, the 345 of Jimmy Downs. And on the outside, out of Pleasanton, the 28J of Mr. John Martin. So some awful good cars here in heat race number 2. Yellow light is out. Watson and Lowe going to set that pace. Track is already very, very fast. Top 3 about the same 4-car length gap. Flagman gives a halfway. John Martin with an issue, pulls off in turn 2. Pulls it away from the racing surface. Thank you, John. Coming out of turn 4, your leader, last week's feature winner, Derek Watson, and that beautiful number 5W. About an equal gap between second and third. There he is out of turn 4, getting another checkered here at ECS. Derek Watson, Dakota Lowe comes in second, Jimmy Downs third. So a fast heat race. John Martin with an issue. Hopefully nothing very serious. We can get her fixed in time for the A feature on the Midwest with this heat race. Green flag flies. I heard somebody drop it into low. John Willard out front. Timmy Carter right behind him. Here comes Chris Nichols looking at the bottom. Zach Bean not up to speed. Something's happening to that 29. He's going to pull it in off that back straightaway. Now he's back going again. Not sure whether that was an electrical or gear problem. Now Zach having issues again, pulling down to the bottom, down the back straightaway. Up, now it's back up going again. James Neiswanger. But I do not see Andy Wiles. And I do not see James Neiswanger. I guess that's it. A couple of them not able to make the call. So we may have us a first-time winner. I mean, Jack Simmons is going to do his best. Yellow light is out. Voigt and Cook, they will set the pace. Green flag flies. Michael Voigt with a good start in the little white Nova, but he is running wide open, piles it into the wall. folks, look like the throttle hung up on the 1776. He gets it into the wall. Looked like the car did not shut down any at all when he got down there to the turn. That was a shame after a heat race win. Michael Boyd jumps out to a good lead, but like I said, it just looked like the throttle hung up because it never, ever slowed down all the way to the wall. Got out to a good start. Like I said, the car never slowed down all the way into the walls. I got to think that the throttle just hung open on it. All right, folks, give Michael a hand. Tough night. Got him a heat race win leading the A feature. Boy, ain't much you can do about mechanical issues like that, when that throttle hangs up, you're just pretty much along for the ride. Go out and check everything one more time. Everything looks good. Yellow lights out. So now it'll be Mickey Cook and Mike Lawless on the front row. Flag flies. Three wide out of turn two. Jack Simmons up through the middle. Will Guthrie on the bottom and Mickey Cook out front. Jack Simmons in the second. Right on the rear bumper of the 14. Now Will Guthrie gets a little sideways in turn two. Jack Simmons makes a run to the bottom of the 14. Mickey Cook now about 10 car lengths back in second. Will Guthrie in third. Mike Lawless in fourth. Almost a full straightaway lead for Jack Simmons, the veteran out of Erie, Kansas. Halfway sign to your leader, halfway. Jack Simmons coming up on the 71 of Mike Lawless. He gets by him clean. Will Guthrie starting to close in on the 14 of Cook. by side now for second spot. Will Guthrie having a look under the 14. Side by side going into 3. Guthrie finally takes the spot. White flag for your leader. One more lap. Will Guthrie right there in second with Mickey Cook still right behind him. Out of turn 4 is going to be the veteran out of Erie, Kansas. The J2 of Jack Simmons. Looks like Will Guthrie will come in second. Mickey Cook in third. And Mike Lawless in fourth. So Jack Simmons gets him another feature win here at Electric City in the Outlaw Vintage class. John Lee from High Flying Photos already down there getting the picture, and Jack comes out the window. All right, folks, he can hear you. Give him a hand, Jack Simmons. There he goes. Jack ain't no stranger to this. I know that for a fact. John Lee getting him some shots. Kenny Hubbard getting him some shots. Jack, I think that's just your favorite part, ain't it, when you give them kids them trophies?
Oh man, I got a bunch at the walls at home, but that's the best part here.
Well, dude, you had a good race out there. Michael Voigt, I'm assuming his throttle stuck. Man, he about knocked that front straightaway wall down, but he was flying.
He was going good. We was going to have a tough race tonight, but something broke there, I think.
Well, dude, I haven't got to see you in a little bit, but nice having you back. I mean, Andy's been picking up some spots where you haven't been, so I mean, you guys, the Erie, Kansas guys are kind of having at it, ain't they?
We've been taking care of business, you might say. We had a lot of trouble the other night down in Nevada. We had some stuff that wasn't right on the car. I think we got her back right. Going to Nevada tomorrow night, put a bumper and some fixing on this, and we'll be there tomorrow night in Nevada for the vintage cars.
Now I'm going to ask you about that. That had to have been the loosest car I have ever seen there. Was there something froze up on or something? I have never seen a car skate so bad that night.
We had a problem with the shock, but it wasn't loose. It was too tight, and I was driving it loose. We figured out what went the other direction. We got her fixed, I think.
All right, girl. Maybe we'll get to see you tomorrow night, Jack. Congratulations, folks. Give him a hand. Mr. Jack Simmons does it again, the veteran out of Erie. I would say they keep taking the trophies back to Erie, but Jack keeps giving them away, so. But he's got a bunch. He's raced about everything there is to race over the years, and he really likes this vintage car series.
All right, guys, attention in the stands. The North Concession Stand, any food that is left is 50% off while supplies last. The North Concession Stand, any food that is left, run on down there, it's 50% off while supplies last.
will be at Nevada tomorrow night. Jack will have another shot at another feature win. I'll be down there announcing. Be like old home week down there. All right, the next feature up is going to be your IMCA Stars Mod Lights. And these guys will fly around Electric City. On the pole from Creighton, Missouri, the 53, Charlie Lazier. Outside of him, the 00 of Jared Korn. Second row inside, the 04 is Zach Christopher. Outside of him, the 3 of Nathan Wolf. Third row inside, the 98 of Jeff Rafferty. Outside of him, the 34 of Tyler Farrell. Fourth row inside, the black 47 of Ed Griggs. Outside of him, the 75R Justin Rafferty. Fifth row inside, the 46 of Dylan Rafferty. Again, 6 wins, 6 appearances. Outside of him, the 84 Joe Gunn. And then the last row inside, the 41 of Michael Rafferty. Will we have a different winner here tonight at Electric City? The last time the Mod Lights were here, Dylan Rafferty started 9th, and he was in front in a lap and a half. We'll see what happens tonight. So the lineup was not right anyway. We had some stragglers running out back there. They're going to watch them this time. Green flag goes. Jeff Rafferty already out front. And Griggs in second. Nathan Wolf in third. Here comes Dylan Rafferty. Goes around the outside of the 3. Now into third spot. Rafferty now underneath the bottom of the 47. Oh, that baby sticks like glue down there. Now he'll work the bottom again. And out of turn 4. Dylan Rafferty, it took him 2 laps, 2.5 laps to get in front. Jeff Rafferty still in second, Ed Griggs third. Michael Rafferty in fourth. Justin Rafferty in fifth. Ed Griggs with a good run on the 98 down the back straightaway. He'll do the crossover now. A good battle for second now. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Right there together through 3 and 4. second. Michael Rafferty up to third. Justin Rafferty in fourth. Jeff Rafferty in fifth now. Michael Rafferty and Justin Rafferty battling side by side right behind the 47 of Ed Griggs. This battle's coming up on lap traffic. We'll see which way they go. Everybody goes high. Michael Rafferty in third. Justin Rafferty right behind him. Jeff Rafferty has fallen back just a little bit in the 98. Out of turn 4, the year later, Dylan Rafferty and that potent number 46. Ed Griggs still in second. Michael Rafferty third. Justin Rafferty having a run. This is going to be the battle. But out of turn 4 for a perfect 7. Dylan Rafferty gets the win. Here comes your battle for second. Ed Griggs ends up in second. Justin Rafferty third. Michael Rafferty fourth. And Jeff Rafferty in fifth.
Last call for food on the north end. Last call for food on the north end.
So Dylan Rafferty rolling a perfect 7 right now.
Last call. Last call for food at the north end. All right, folks, get your 50-50 ready. Get your 50-50 ready. Get your red 50-50 tickets ready to go. We're going to pull the number here in just a brief second.
11 here at Electric City Speedway. And we still got a few more shows this year, dude. Good luck, man. See if we can keep running the table, all right?
That's the plan.
All right, give him another hand. Bill and Rafferty. We're going to have to get him a Superman cape, because, I mean, ain't nobody got no kryptonite for him right now.
Guys, we have $3 beers, $3 happy hour right now for this race only. Right now for this race only, happy hour, $3 beers right here.
All right, now comes the heavy hitter.
Once again, $3 beers. $3 beers.
On the pole. Going to be the 44, James Niswanger. Outside of him, the 67 of Devin Irvin. Second row inside the 70 of Dustin Weiland. Outside the 67 junior of Shane Irvin. Third row inside the 77 of Jeff Dowdy. Outside the 77H of John Sherry. Fourth row inside the 4X of Charles Baldwin. Outside of him, the 4G, Gary Clark. And the fifth row inside the C10 of Craig Gibson. Yellow light is out. Very potent front row. Side by side down the back straightaway. Out front. Devin Irvin in second. Dustin Weiland in third. Jeff Dowdy now in fourth. Shane Irvin in fifth. Gary Clark in sixth. Gary Clark gets into the wall. The 4J gets into the wall in turn 1 and 2. Oh my. The 4G just a little bit too high. Gets it into the wall in the middle of turn 1 and 2. That wall in 1 and 2 has been biting everybody this year. So Gary Clark with 7 wins on the season has that turn 1 and 2 wall jump out and bite him. James Niswanger, your leader. Devin Irvin in second. Dustin Weiland third. Jeff Dowdy fourth. And Shane Irvin in fifth. So Clark with 7 wins was your feature win leader. James Niswanger is in second with 3 wins. And Devin Irvin has 1 win. So 11 wins between those 3 cars, and now one of them is out. James Neiswanger was your early season point leader. Had to set out a couple of weeks, dropped down to about third, I believe it was, or fourth, but has fought back since coming back. Got back into the point lead after last weekend. Yellow lights back out. The 44 will pick his spot in 3 and 4. There he goes. Green flag flies. A couple of them get together. Shane Irvin goes around. Shane Irvin had to check up just a little bit, and the car got around on him. Don't believe he was touched by anybody, so he should be good to go. All right, yellow light back out again. James will pick his spot one more time. There he goes. Jeff Dowdy having a look under the 7D through 3 and 4. '77 with another look under the 7D. Side by side into turn 3. Dowdy into third. Weiland back to fourth. Josh Harris in fifth. Halfway sign from the flagman, halfway. Craig Gibson around in turn 4. He gets it off the track. Gibson back underway in the C10. So now Dowdy, the 77, he'll get caught up with the 67 now. He'll make a run at him for second spot. James Niswanger, your leader since the drop of the green flag. Wrecked his primary car here a while back. This is his backup car, and boy, it has been pretty good every time I've seen him run. 44 will pick a spot. We'll see if he changes it up. Yep, there he goes. Jeff Dowdy all over the rear bumper of the 67. Oh, the 77 on the bottom, having a good run down there. Oh, Charles Brown gets a little sideways out of turn 2. White flag for your leader. Jeff Dowdy now right on the back bumper, Devin Irvin. Oh, he got a little high. And the 7 of Dustin Weiland goes around. Out of turn 4. Yellow flag. Checkered flag. Checkered and yellow come out together. Win number 4 on the season for James Niswanger. Devin Irvin in second, Jeff Dowdy third, Josh Harris in fourth. Selena Benford, are you here to present the trophy? Selena Benford, you are the trophy girl for this one. hear ya. I am not sure what happened to our trophy girl. Selena Benford, you were signed up to be the trophy girl. Well, James, we're trying to find you a trophy girl. We're just not having any luck. Everybody get into the picture now. Everybody get in there. There we go. Everybody say cheese. There we go. John Lee gets him some good shots there. All right. Hey, King James, dude. That's 4 here and 2 on the backup hot rod, okay? Tell me about this thing. This thing is good, dude.
Yeah, everybody keeps telling me I need to stay in this car, and I don't know. I kind of want to get my blue car back out, but we've been on a roll in this one, so I don't know. We might finish the year out in it. We'll see.
It's a beautiful car. I tell you, it's the 2 times I got to see it run, it's just been flawless, man. I mean, is there a big difference between this one and the other one?
This one drives a little different, not much. I mean, it's got a little bit smaller motor in it, so I don't know. Maybe that's a little better. Maybe I ain't hard on the tires as bad.
Well, I tell you, it's sure good here at Electric City. Again, 4 wins here this year. So, man, you've been having a good streak here. Your buddy Gary got a little high and got her into the wall. So, I know you hate to see it, but you also like outrunning him too, don't you?
Yeah, he's fast. He's got that car figured out. So, anytime we can beat him, we know we're doing something right. I want to thank all my sponsors, Monty Burgess Farms, High Efficiency Heating Cooling, Jim McConville, Tree Masters, Wilson's Jeweler, KBN Sign and Graphics, Repairs Unlimited, Jack Conklin. He's the man with the motor. He builds some nice pieces for us. So we got to thank all them, all the fans. Thank you guys.
Did you get to meet a few folks here a little earlier when they had the autograph session?
Yeah, we had to do a little bit of stuff to the car, so we didn't get to bring it out. Sorry to the fans that we didn't do that, but we had to work on it a little bit. So, but other than that, thank you guys. All
right, fans, give him another hand. 4 wins. James, let me shake your hand again, sir. Congratulations again here at Electric City. Again, wrestled the point lead back last week. This definitely helped tonight. All right, so a staff super stock feature. Win number 4 goes to James Niswanger. Man, we are all ready for our Power Eye B-Mod A feature tonight. On the pole, this is going to be a good one tonight. On the pole, the 2X Cole Hamilton with 2 wins on the year. Outside of him, the man that just won last week, the 5W of Derek Watson. Second row inside, nice having him back, Kenny Prince in the 447. Outside your point leader, the 24 Dakota Lowe. Third row inside, the 23M of Kevin Nutter. Outside of him, back again, the 345 Jimmy Downs. Fourth row inside, the 03 of TC Hambrick. Outside of him, the 28J of John Martin. And the fifth row inside with 1 feature win, the 1R of Rylan Gibbs. So the front row and the last row is the only ones that have feature wins. In this B-Mod A feature, could be somebody new tonight. Derek Watson was awful good last week. I guarantee you Cole Hamilton wants another feature win. So does Ryland Gibbs. Also, I know Dakota Lowe's pretty hungry. He's the point leader, but he would sure like to snag him a few feature wins to go along with that point lead. Gonna be a good A feature for your Power IB mods here at Electric City Speedway on a beautiful Friday night. Yellow light is out. 3 feature wins sitting on the front row. Will they fight it out between them, or will somebody else come into the picture? Green flag flies. Jimmy Downs goes around Ryland Gibbs in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Cole Hamilton got the start he was wanting. Got the advantage over Derek Watson. Dakota Lowe was right there with him. Jimmy Downs back rolling again. We'll see what Ryland Gibbs does. He's up next to the wall. Ryland got his first feature win of the year a couple of weeks ago. They're going to take it back to the pit area. Apparently something's more damaged than what originally thought on the car. Delaware double file restart. Derek Watson picks the bottom. That puts Dakota Lowe to his outside. Kenny Prince on the next row inside. Cole will pick his spot. There he goes. The 5-car Derek Watson gets into the left rear. Cole Hamilton ends up going around. Did not see that coming from last week's feature winner. Hopefully no damage on the 2X of Cole Hamilton. Watson will have to go to the back now. Double file restart. Dakota Lowe is going to pick the bottom. Kenny Nutter will now be on the outside. Then That'll be Kenny Prince and TC Hambrick. Watch Watson, he'll come from the back. He will be a hard charger. But now Cole Hamilton has a new guy starting on his rear bumper. Dakota Lowe still sitting right there in second, about 4 car lengths behind your leader. Halfway sign for the 8 feature, halfway. The 5 and the 23 doing battle for 3rd spot. Kenny Nutter trying to hang on to 3rd. Derek Watson right there below him. The 5 finally makes it into 3rd. Your leader's coming up on lap traffic. Cole Hamilton will now go to the bottom around the 28. Dakota Lowe's going to have to follow him through now. Lowe makes a hole. Turn 4, Cole Hamilton sees the white flag. One more time around for the young man out of Archie, Missouri. Down the back straightaway. In through turn 3, out of turn 4. Give him a hand. Cole Hamilton outruns Dakota Lowe, Derek Watson, and Kenny Nutter, and then Jimmy Owen. Jimmy Downs in 5th spot. So how about that? The young man out of Archie, Missouri. Hello, hello. So how about that? The young man out of Archie, Missouri. Cole Hamilton gets him win number 3 for career and for season. being safe in these race cars these days. Folks, give him a hand. How about Archie, Missouri's Cole Hamilton gets him another one. 3 for the year, 3 for his career here at Electric City. We'll get you a trophy there, get you a photo there. There we go, now we get everybody in the picture. Everybody look at the camera and say cheese. Well, I've got one more coming in here. There we go. All right, I think we're good there. Nice seeing the big victory lane, man. I tell you what, lots of people. Lots of them Hamilton t-shirts. All right, Cole, congratulations, sir. I tell you what, man, that won't no easy one, but your old car was flying out there tonight. Tell us about that race.
Yeah, that car was good. We made a couple changes, and it helped, it seemed. So, but I would also like to give a thanks to my family, my loved ones, and all the ones that come out and help. And then a big thanks to all my sponsors, HG Cattle, Elite Construction, Cutting Edge Coatings, and TMR Technology. So thank you.
Nice that you're just up the road. You haven't got much of a drive. You might have got a pretty good following here, because I hear a lot of people cheering whenever you do good. Man, 3 wins on the season, 3 wins for the career. 2024 has been pretty nice.
We've had some good ups and downs, but all in all, it's been pretty good.
I get to see you some when you come down to Nevada on Saturday night. You've been having some good runs down there too. So man, I tell you what, folks, give him another hand. How about him? 3 wins on the season, Mr. Cole Hamilton. Congratulations, man. We still got a lot of season left, dude. You can rack up some more, okay?
I hope so.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. Right up the road here in Archie. That young man has come on strong this year. I'm gonna throw a football in there. Do I get the money? Down there doing the interview. This will be good. You'll see that on Facebook. All right, folks, one more time. Cole Hamilton. Great, great drive. Lots of fast cars in that feature. Next 8 feature up is going to be your mini stocks. On the pole with 2 feature wins this year, the 1/2 of John Willard. Outside of him, the 75 SR of Rob Jones Sr. Second row inside, the 42 of Chris Nichols with 4 wins this year. Outside of him, the 57 of Tommy Carter. Third row inside, the 69 with 1 win this year, Timmy Carter. Outside of him, the 7K of Carl Ford. Fourth row inside, the 75 of Stephen Say with 1 win this year. Outside, the young lady Alicia Bug in the 2020. Zach Bean on the inside, Dallas Hallam on the outside. And we're under green. The first 4 rows on the inside, all are feature winners. None on the outside row. John Willard out front, Rob Jones Sr. second. Chris Nichols in third. Timmy Carter in fourth. Stephen Say in fifth. Oh, Chris Nichols gets a little sideways. Timmy Carter's going to get a run on him down that back straightaway. Carl Ford trying to make a move around the outside of the 57. For second, Chris Nichols has a look underneath the 75 senior. Gets a good run out of turn 2. Here comes Stephen Say with a run on Timmy Carter into turn 3. Chris Nichols has broke into second now. Timmy Carter having a look under the 75 senior. Timmy Carter now in third. Stephen Say in fourth. Rob Jones Sr. back to fifth. Chris Nichols up to the rear bumper of the 1.5 car. Smoke out of the 75 senior. That's not a good sign. Carl Ford gets by him going down the back straightaway. Wide flag for John Willard. Chris Nichols right there with him. They'll be coming up on the 2020. Chris Nichols, one last run through 3 and 4. He's going to try an outside move. How about it? Holy cow. I think he got around him. I think he got around him by about a foot. I don't have a headset. Who won? 42 did get it by about a foot. So we are going to do 2 interviews after the next feature. We'll let Chris sit there, cool off a little bit, think about what he's going to say. Next feature out is going to be your Power Eye Midwest mod on the pole after a heat win. The 68 Jake Martin. Outside of him, your point leader, Dustin Dennison. Second row inside the 23 of Dakota Dillon. Outside the 2J of Jordan Beard. Third row inside the 11S of Scotty Boo. Outside the 114 of Walker Bergen. Fourth row inside the 12H of Drew Hill. Outside the 7557 of Dale Tiedemann. Fifth row inside the 29, Justin Oliver. Outside the 24, Mike McQuinn. Sixth row inside the 7L of Dave Lawson. Outside the 86R of Trent Rogers. Seventh row inside the 74 of Lucas Rowe. Outside the red 29 of Richard Jackson. So Jake Martin with a great heat race win, but boy is he surrounded by some fast hot rods out there. Next to him, Dustin Dennison, 5 wins. Behind him, the 2J, Jordan Beard, 5 wins. Next row behind him, Dakota Dillon, 3 wins. Then the 114, Walker Bergen with 1 win. That is some tough company for the 68. But now you have Scotty Boo in there running him a Midwest mod tonight, and you know he'll be quick. Lots of talent in the first 4 rows. The 68's going to have all sorts of pressure on him. But he done a good job in the heat race. Yellow light is out. Man, this is going to be a humdinger of a feature. Jake Martin got a little bit excited, started a little early. Richard Jackson has to check up and get spun around. Yellow light back out. I know Dustin Dennison will not let that happen again. Green flag. Mike McQuinn in the 24 just turned around the end of the front straightaway. Dustin Dennison and Dakota Dillon already shooting out to the lead, getting around the 68. Scotty Boo and Jordan Beard was working on him when the yellow flag come out. Mike gets it back turned around, gets it back going again. Looks like everything's good on the 24. All right, Delaware double file restart. Dakota Dillon picks the top. That puts Jake Martin on the bottom. Scotty Boo right behind him. Jordan Beard on the outside. Walker Bergen next on the inside. Dustin Dennison will pick his spot in 3 and 4. There he goes. Dillon looking at the bottom side. Jordan Beard having a look underneath Scotty Boo. We got one around in turn 1 and 2. Dillon and Dennison going at it for the lead. Then right behind them was Boo and Beard having their own battle. Just a couple of car lengths back. Track seems to be good on the top and the bottom. All right, the 74 gets back going, Lucas Rowe. Dennison will pick his spot. There he goes again. Jordan Beard makes his move around the outside of Scotty Boo for third. And the yellow flag flies again for the 74 in turn 3. Jordan Beard had made an outside move around Scotty Boo just before that yellow came out. Again, the track looking good on the top and the bottom. That'll be 2 for the 74. He'll have to go back to the pit area. All Double file restart. Dakota Dillon content with that high side. That puts Beard below him. Walker Bergen right behind him. Then comes Scotty Boo on that outside. Justin Oliver now on that inside row. Behind the 114. Yellow lights out. We'll see how this second row restarts. Dennison will pick his spot. There he goes. Walker Bergen having a look under the 11. Walker Bergen trying to make the bottom side work. Gets the pass done. Dakota Dillon now having a look underneath the 5D. Dakota Dillon now back up to the top. He's trying to make a run on the 5D down the back straightaway. Oh, he gets a little high, has to check up just a little bit. Now he'll go for that high run again. Another outside move, can he make it work? Now he switches to the inside. There's a move, Jordan Baird on the outside. Oh my, look at this fight. Look at this fight. Somebody loses an air cleaner lid. They're coming up on lap traffic. Everybody going back at it again. Dakota Dillon does the crossover. Jordan Beard right there. Top three. Hey, they're coming around for the white flag. No lap traffic. No lap traffic. Look at this. Look at this down the back straightaway. Look at this. Slide. Slide job. Slide job. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? Oh, my. Oh, my. How about that? 3 wide. Dustin Dennison holds off Dakota Dillon and Jordan Beard by just a foot or two to get the win. What a race by the Midwest Modifieds. What a show. What a show. I tell you what, that was the last feature, but that one had the most excitement. 3 wide coming to the start-finish line. Holy cow. And they had all changed positions about 2 laps before that. I tell you what, them boys, they ain't got no give up in them whatsoever.
Ready? You can introduce the dog. Well, Mary, another exciting evening down here at Electric City Speedway. Gee, some good racing. Boy, this last one was a humdinger. There was 3 cars running there in that Midwest mod deal, and the guy lost the lead, but then got it back.
It was exciting. It was like the big leagues. It was really a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. By the way, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Charlotte, who is the official dog of Electric City down here.
Yeah.
And she is a cutie pie.
I'm surprised it doesn't have a name like Electrode or Electron or Electron or something like that. But Charlotte, this doesn't go along with the rest of the Electric City stuff. But anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed the races here tonight on Cheeseworks Videos. Check back with us next week. I think I said last week we were going to maybe do a double this week, but that's next weekend that we might do a double. We're just going to wait and see how hot it is. If it's too warm, we ain't going to do it. We don't have to. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here from Electric City. Hope you enjoyed the races. Thanks for watching Cheeseworks Videos along with Charlotte and us. So I think that's going to wrap it up. Got anything you want to say, Mary?
It's been a wonderful night, and the weather is beautiful, and it's a shame you missed it.
Yeah.
You weren't down here.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's going to do it. We'll see you next week, someplace, somewhere, somehow. Take care.
I've watched all of those reels with the dog. I don't know how many reels of them. I just keep watching. It's funny because when I'm at home, sometimes I'll just turn on YouTube and watch like Shih Tzu grooming videos, or I just like